Well, we always knew Biden was corrupt, but this was a big tell. These AI videos are getting out of control as now the larger deep state swamp battles have begun. And Trump is actually doing a really good job at it. Now, he's not perfect. There's a couple criticisms here that I'm going to be telling you at the end of this video. But overall, holy frickin' cow, we have a totally different administration than what we had nearly 8 years ago in 2016. As, of course, the first major initiative by Donald Trump was to sign 80 executive actions that reversed the Biden administration's declarations and executive orders, a lot of which hindered the American people with regulations, rules, and bureaucracy that, of course, was overwhelmingly racist and shot the American industry and economy in its foot. As, of course, now there are thousands of White House staff members that are going to be fired. Yes, you heard that correctly. Donald Trump will soon be firing a huge amount of people from the federal bureaucracy, as Javier Milei, who was in attendance at the inauguration, came out and said today he personally eliminated more than 900 regulators in the country of Argentina. As of course he has described how he is making himself available for Donald Trump and Elon Musk so they could learn exactly what he is doing when it came to the large firings and layoffs that happened in Argentina that has unburdened the people there of federal bureaucracy. As of course, some trash is taking itself out as we have the acting FBI director, Paul Abbott, literally retiring right before Trump took office. Another great move here that, of course, sets the way for Kash Patel to take reins of this totally out of control, politically charged organization like, the World Health Organization that Donald Trump officially just withdrew from as well. And I think out of all of the actions, a lot of the health freedom oriented people, this is the biggest one. This is the one that's like, yeah, this hijacked communistic-like organization, the World Health Organization, has created human horrors on the face of this earth that we can't even talk about here on this particular platform because YouTube really doesn't like you talking about particular events, procedures, and circumstances that a lot of individuals who were pardoned by Joe Biden played an active role in setting up and profiting off of. As, of course, the World Health Organization was one of the biggest criminal organizations, especially in 2020 and 2021, as they just issued a statement saying that they regret to be informed that the United States withdrew from the organization. They write that they hope the United States reconsiders, and they look forward to engaging in constructive dialogue. Get out of here, you communists! As, of course, my response right at the bottom of this is, I don't regret it. You guys are criminals. Robbie Starbuck wrote, you people belong in prison. Valentina Gomez, a very expressive Latina woman, says, let me think about it. Now, F the WHO and all these other larger globalist organizations. As, of course, it's not just the World Health Organization that we're finally out of the grips of control of, but also the Paris Climate Agreement. Another major improvement by Donald Trump on day zero. Today's day one. Day zero, saying, no. Now, taxing us? Taking our money away to make the weather gooder? That makes no sense at all. And him getting rid of these regulations that all these other countries don't follow. China doesn't follow them. India doesn't follow them. Countries in Africa don't follow them. Developing nations that, of course, are building up their manufacturing base, they don't follow them. And, of course, where does a lot of that pollution go to? Well, it goes everywhere else. Now, I'm not saying we should be polluting. I'm just saying doing a carbon credit, doing a tax on emissions isn't really going to stop the larger kind of destruction of our environment. As, of course, we have to understand that the federal governments out there literally allow certain corporations to do whatever they want. And the Paris Climate Change Agreement literally just made sure that the burden wasn't on those mega corporations and the military industrial complex and all these other kind of larger institutions that have screwed over the environment. I'm looking at all the larger kind of intel agencies a part of blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline. It's not the actual perpetrators of the people who are destroying this environment that are being held responsible for this. It's the consumer. It's the average person that, of course, is told, yeah, you're going to have to pay extra. Yeah, you're not going to be allowed to drive a diesel car. Yeah, those cars, you're going to have to pay extra for those cars. You're going to have to pay extra for those cows. Those cows are something that we just really don't. The globalists really hate cows. I love cows. They're delicious and absolutely incredible, magical animals here that share this earth with us. As I think another major declaration by Donald Trump was specifically restoring freedom of speech and preventing government censorship, as this has been a major issue that has been plaguing us since we kind of existed. I've been a part of independent media for about 20 years, 15 of which have been met with a lot of horrible, tumultuous decisions by bureaucrats, by government officials that go to social media companies and they say, you know what? This guy confronting us, this guy asking us hard questions, this guy exposing what we're doing in real time, yeah, we're going to have to tamper down here on this guy. Make sure less people see his stuff. And then all the big tech companies, Mark Zuckerberg, sniffled it. Yes, sir. Yes, master. Yes, whatever you want, sir. Yes. Now he's trying to pretend like he's mega. Yes, master. Tell me what to do. I'll be a good boy. And Mark Zuckerberg destroyed the lives of many independent media organizations, individuals, reporters, and more importantly, in the larger perspective of this, created humongous amounts of human tragedy, life loss, and suffering and death on this earth through, of course, denying people the right to have informed consent about what's really happening here on this earth. So Donald Trump signing this specific executive action, restoring free speech, stopping the federal government from manipulating speech online is major. As, of course, yesterday we were live streaming the inauguration. We were getting a lot of viewers. We were having a lot of fun. And out of nowhere, our stream was cut. And I'm like, wait, I'm live everywhere else. Why can't I be live here on YouTube? What's really going on here? And we got a copyright strike. We got a community guideline strike, which is a major strike that specifically says that if we do it again, we won't be able to upload for 7 days. We do it a third time, the channel's just completely done. And I was like, wait. All these other channels are live streaming the inauguration. Everyone else is live streaming the inauguration, but we get hit with a community guidelines strike for literally just talking about the inauguration. Something's wrong here. Something's up with the algorithm. And, YouTube, eventually we appealed it. They came back to me and said, yeah, no. We're going to continue with this strike. You're screwed over. You better take our survey here to make sure that you're going to be obedient the next time. And I'm like, this is insane. I made us think about it on Twitter. Finally, some good people on Twitter responded saying, yeah, sorry, this should have never happened. But of course, we expect anything and everything to happen here, as the game here has been rigged for a very long time. Will it continue to be rigged? I'm going to be paying close attention to it, but I'm going to keep telling people, hey, check out LUKUnfiltered.com. We do a lot of really cool things for members. We make sure that we do in real life meetups. We're doing an in real life meetup at a major event here in South Beach this upcoming weekend. My friend Tatiana Moroz is doing a great event here. Members of LUKUnfiltered.com, 10 of them get free tickets. Tickets are pretty expensive. They're like, I think, $500. Free tickets just for members of LUKUnfiltered.com. So that's one of the reasons why you should sign up. We're doing a range day on February 1st. It's super fun. It's going to be super exciting. Sign up for that too, especially if you're into self-defense stuff. And then we're going to be doing a lot of videos just for members, all exclusively in our members area. We're going to be doing a live podcast episode this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And those lives are only going to be available for members of LUKUnfiltered.com. So as we're going live, we're going to tell you when we're live. It should be around 6 p.m. Eastern, and then you guys get to comment. You guys get to super chat for free. I'm going to read all your chats. You guys are going to be able to call in, and it's going to be a great time all around. So if you haven't signed up for that, sign up for it right now, as of course it also helps us keeps us going, and it's one of the ways that we still here are able to exist as an independent media organization, because we wouldn't if it wasn't for you guys literally just spending 20 cents a day keeping a journalist like me up and alive and being able to, of course, live, as we're dealing with significant government pressures also from the IRS, which we also kind of hope Donald Trump ends, as he also announced the ERS, the External Revenue Service, which hopefully replaces the IRS. He hasn't officially stated that, but if we get rid of the IRS, I mean, best president ever. I don't care. Best president ever. I had my own issues with the IRS. SaveLukeNow.com. SaveLukeNow.com. But it's been a horror show dealing with them. They just arbitrarily are like, yeah, you're going to give us all this money. I'm like, okay, let me at least talk to you. You talk to them. They're like, we're just going to hang up on you. And I'm like, okay, let me spend another hour trying to get in contact. Boom, hang up on you. I'm like, why are you hanging up on me? Like, I'm in an abusive relationship with the government, and nothing else proves that better than, of course, the IRS, which if Donald Trump gets rid of, best president ever, as of course, it looks like he definitely is trying to build a legacy here, as he made a very big move. He waffled on this move too. It's important to understand here, this move with the J6ers is something that his campaign, when he was running as president of the United States, came out and was like, you know, we'll look into each pardon individually. And it looks like Donald Trump didn't do that. He just pardoned all the J6ers, as it's clear that there was political prosecution here, as Joe Biden preemptively pardoned a lot of the J6 committee members that, of course, set all of this up in this legal political prosecution that we had to deal with, where a lot of people who attended this event had to look over their shoulders and watch out for the FBI and the DOJ that went after them like if they were the most notorious criminals on the face of this earth. And this pardoning of the J6ers, absolutely monumental. And with Biden pardoning the J6 committee members, it proves that there was a lot of finagling with a lot of the actions that were made against these individuals. As seeing these pictures, seeing individuals actually being freed and going to their favorite burger joints and seeing the smile on their face and seeing the optimism here, you cannot get emotional here with this kind of action that has been now officially reversed by Donald J. Trump. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, but again, going after the federal government and saying, you know what? No more woke DEI bullcrap. No more divisive language. No more preferred hierarchy based on someone's race or orientation. No. We actually are going to prioritize merit here. And if you're good for the job, you get the job. You no longer will be discriminated against. That right there is a major shift in America. As, of course, we look back now on Donald Trump's day zero, because today's his kind of first day here. But day zero, overall, a major, huge success here. And that, of course, we still didn't get everything that we want to. Ending the war in Ukraine, that's going to be another important hallmarker here, as Donald Trump just said that Putin is destroying Russia, and he has to make a deal, as the U.S. president is soon going to be meeting with representatives from Russia, as Steve Bannon, one of his very close associates and previous advisors, came out and says that Ukraine could be Trump's Vietnam if Donald Trump continues this conflict and doesn't put an all-out stop to it. I hope he does. I think he's keeping a lot of his campaign promises. There's only so much he could do on day zero. Day one, it's going to be interesting to see how he moves forward, as, of course, already, as Steve Bannon is saying. Steve Bannon is saying, hey, cut off the supply chain, stop giving them weapons, stop giving them arms, stop giving them money, stop this war right now. And Donald Trump did announce that he's going to be pausing U.S. foreign development aid for 90 days pending review. As, of course, this program is extensively money laundering for rich people to money launder to other rich people in poor countries by taking money from poor people here in the United States. That's essentially what foreign aid is. And again, it is true that we are in a fork in the road for human civilization, as Donald Trump has been kind of announcing here. And so far, we're on the right trajectory. We are on the right path, and it definitely does look like Trump is doing his best to drain the swamp. It's hard. It's complicated. He didn't free Ross Ulbricht yet, but Elon Musk has officially confirmed that he will be freeing Elon Musk, and he will be freeing Ross Ulbricht, and there's only so much that he could do in just one particular day. So I do expect him to free Ross Ulbricht. I was in touch with Ross's mother, and she expects him to free Ross as well. So this could happen at any moment, at any time. There's only so much one person could do in a span of 12 hours, as of course the lawsuits have already kind of begun here, as Elon Musk is now asking people, can we countersue here, as his Doge government branch is being sued from being able to be implicated and put into practice here. Now, who's going to win a lot of these legal battles? As of course, expect more legal battles, expect more eye-opening executive orders and actions from the current president of the United States. Expect Ross Ulbricht to be freed. We're going to be paying very close attention to it. And I think it's important right now, more than ever. Let's start the conversation. Let's, release those Epstein client lists. Let's release those JFK documents. Let's talk about those 9/11 documents. Let's release all of it. And that conversation starts on social media, which we know this current administration is paying close attention to. So if you agree with that larger sentiment, share this video, start the conversations. I love you guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. Seriously, sign up. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Click the link in the description and just click on what you can afford. A lot of people, these are not the best of times, even for me. 20 cents a day, I could afford that. Click here, put in your information, you get emailed back, I'll log in, and just make sure, check your spam box. A lot of our emails, for some reason, are going to spam. We're trying to figure it all out, especially on the eve of getting a community guideline strike by YouTube. So enoughofcensorship.com is our email. Free email newsletter, enoughofcensorship.com. We're going to be doing content just for people on that email list. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.